dudes are just getting too soft, man. Dudes are just, we have some bitch ass dudes in the environment in 2025. And I understand we've had, you know, 60 plus years of this feminization of men and, you know, the welfare state, and especially in the black community, you know, we have a situation where men are being raised not by strong men and led by strong men. But when did sack watching, pocket watching, and sack watching other men become a thing? Like, you watch a Western movie, right? Any of the old Western movie, you know, you see cowboy comes from the open range right into town, gets the supplies, throw his gun belt on the, you know, the convenience store or whatever, the supply store's desk, and he needs his bullets, he needs his this. He gets his supplies, and he may look across the street and go into the brothel, get a bath, get him a 304, pay his money, smash, leave town or whatever, head back out from the open range or whatever else. Then you have the regular married men in the town. They do their thing. They got their wives, their kids. He blocked his son. They do their regular activity. But what you don't see in those movies is grown men watching another man sack. I call it the new plantation, especially in the black community, because in the black community, it's a matriarchal culture. And we have a situation where I understand the women. We have a non-competitive group of women. They want men for free. I mean, if you have so much government assistance and government welfare, obviously you're going to want men to be part of the welfare program too. You could be fat, obese, nasty attitude, don't want to be anything or want to be anything that the men value, and expect to have a good quality men. So I understand why a lot of the women wanted to lower men's self-esteem to control, you know, their ability to get women that are at least want to offer them fair exchange and value. But what I don't get is the men. The men is who throw me for a loop, and it confuses me. I know what it is. I mean, if you at home and you laying next to Jabba the Hutt and you see some dude overseas, even if he's with a whore, but she's thin, in shape, and even has some feminine, I don't care if he's pay for play. The fact of the matter is you got a walrus next to you. She has a bad attitude. She's entitled. She's a jerk. You sleeping, you paying money, you paying rent, you paying expenses, you paying all these bills for a walrus with bad attitude. I understand why you may hate a certain dude overseas. Some dudes overseas are simps, but there's a epidemic of simps here. A simp is a global victim, whether they're in America or overseas. If you a bitch, if you a dude that has low self-esteem and don't value yourself, you're going to get cooked everywhere you go, period. So it has nothing to do with domestic or local or passport, bro. I don't give a damn where you at. I mean, here is crazy. Most dudes who get married now is the fourth place finisher. We're in an environment with sexual liberation where most dudes are scrap sexuals. I could even put scraps 50 years old out here in the dating market here in America. You're getting everything's left over. You're scrap sexual. I ain't better than no other man, period. Because we're all eating the leftovers. That's what sexual liberation and feminism has done to us. I told you before in my other videos, maybe because I'm 6'7", I'm in shape, maybe I got a little bit of resources, maybe my hand can reach further down the trash bin than you, but I'm still eating trash at the end of the day. So how am I going to flex upon you when I'm eating out the same trash bin that you're eating out of? So I take no moral high ground. The reality is we're in the leftover market. That's what sexual liberation, and then they get to my age especially, you're talking about mental trauma, mental illness, damage, and they don't even think that they're crazy. They think that they're fine because the society, we live in a gynocentric environment, panders and caters to women. So you're dealing with a mental person that don't even think that they're mental. And after you maybe experienced them for one night. They haven't done any self-development. You're dealing with a complete and other empty vessels in most cases. Not all. There are good women out here. I want to give you credit, ladies. The 5% women, whatever. But everything has been used, ran through, traumatized, whatever else. Scrapped sexual environment. Many times foreign or domestically. But anyhow, getting back on point. The dudes. This obsession with sack. I know, obviously, it's getting alphabet. It's giving vibes. I understand why. Like, women will come in and they'll see a guy like me, any man who speaks the truth is a misogynist nowadays, and the panda bear community is big. So I understand why a woman can't stand guys like me or can't stand those passport bros. I don't give a rat's ass if a dude goes overseas or he's a passport bro or he's like here domestically. I ain't the sack police. What am I doing? I'm not gay. Why would I be watching another man, what he does with his money? I'm not gay and I'm not broke. But we have a situation where, because we live in a matriarchal environment in the black community, the women send out the weak men as the assassins. We saw the David Gorgon thing. Well, that's a whole different story with the assassination of his character. It's like they send the weak men to do their bidding. The panda bears have a profit motive. That's something totally different. Like a guy like Derek Jackson, is a good businessman. He's just selling what they want to hear. But the other dudes, either they with these big, huge, walrus-looking, combative women, and they hate their life. They're miserable to the point where they're like pocket policing and sack watching other men. Like, if those guys are going overseas, only thing they're really moving is the insurance policy for most of these women. When they get old and ran through, they don't have anybody to fall back on. But maybe they can. Maybe the Democrats get back in charge and they can fall in the government. But that's a whole neither here or there. But the men and this homosexual activity, the stalking of sack, just watching other men sack. Imagine I'm here in America. And I'm in a pretty good situation. I'm pretty good with the ladies. Imagine if I were to take my time. Imagine just my beautiful, busy day for me to actually watch a video of passport bros or dudes overseas, and I were to take moments out of my life to give a rat's ass about what another dude does with his genitals or his money. With all the women around here and all the money around here to be made. What kind of a bum of a human being, of a man, is sack watching? I mean, it's on some serious, it ain't even crabs in the barrel. It's like some self-esteem, demented, I had to take a sip of coffee on that. Dudes be down bad nowadays. Imagine the life of misery that I would have to be in to watch another man sack. Tricking, whatever else. This you can't call it, this is ground zero for trickery. Most dudes, married dudes right now, are tricks. Most, not all. The women don't, half of I know these women, they don't be fucking with them dudes. I know the dude that they really mess with, but they need the financial support so they get in a relationship with him. Look at Therese, his wife, all these people, all these crazy, ridiculous. And it doesn't matter how good you look, it doesn't matter how, whatever. Everybody experiences their own way of torture in a gynocentric environment. It's just the way the system is designed to punish men in this environment. But generally speaking, most of these dudes out here are these women's fourth place finish. They're like the last pick of the draft. Even the ones who talk like they got it all figured out. But the only men that are sitting around watching other men and what they do with their money in their sack are the dudes at the bottom of the barrel. Ain't nobody that's winning is worried about what a man pays for box or gets it for free. There's no such thing as free box. First, you're freaking crazy. You think you got free box? Somebody might steal your damn liver. You'll find yourself in a bathtub full of ice. It all costs. It doesn't matter what. And the only time it don't cost if you ain't really making a big eyes roll over in their head. Trust me. Everybody. Brad Pitt paid the cost, and he's good looking. You see Boris Cujo on there with his wife, tripping out on him, stressing him out. So it don't really, no, it's delusional. This is a gynocentric environment. This system is designed that way. So all you can hope for and all you can achieve is peace in life, But this sack watching, dudes need therapy. Dudes need therapy. It's sick. Seek out my brother, the kosher clinician. Get yourself, he's one of the few masculine therapists in this space. Get yourself some therapy. Stop watching the sacks. I get it. You whatever the guys are doing, they're either, sneak pimping or, backdoor pimping or whatever the hell they call that. Where the guy panders to women, hoping that women will pat him on the head and maybe she'll give him. If you sitting around, dirty macking, thinking that these women gonna get you some box, you're freaking crazy. They're not giving you any box. They give it to dudes like me, or they'll give it to the dudes who paying money. Either guys like me or the guys who are paying money gonna get the box. The dudes that don't give a damn like me, or the dudes that are paying. That's the only one who get the box. You're not getting no box by dirty macking these women out here. Most of them transactional, or the dude that is, their dating relationship thugged out DNA, whatever. He's going to get the box. But all you're going to do is give them emotional energy, validate their feelings, and you're going to end up dry. You're not getting any of that wetness, buddy. So you can pander to women and roll men under the bus all day long. They're still going to sleep with guys like me. Look at me. I say all kinds of crap on this channel. The women still, they don't. They just say I'm crazy. But they still do what I want them to do. So what does that mean? That means women understand value. They don't care. They're like, well, whatever you say. I don't care. I think you're crazy, but I'm still coming over. So what difference is, what incentive I have to stop saying the crap I say? At the end of the day, it's the same way. You can pander all you want to these women. You can pander all you want. They're still going to sleep with the people they want to sleep with. They're still going to do what the hell they want to do. So I don't get this ball sack watching. Anyhow, guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment. But dudes are just built different in 2025. It's the feminization of men. It's simp culture. It's pandering culture. It's dudes dirty macking and crumb, like feeding, like fishing for crumbs. And I know some of these women breadcrumb them. Fishing for crumbs. They think that kissing women's ass is the way that they're going to get a, sympathy box from them. Good luck. Peace and blessings to you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm out. I'm about to hit the gym.